Hey, y'all. It's Sunday, April 25th. It's a new week, a new show, and joy is the phrase of the day. So that means it's time for the Alumni Brunch Club. Tennille, let's go. Hey, y'all. What's good?
Greetings.
Hello.
It's a new show, a new week, and the mimosas are always flowing in this Sunday atmosphere. And the homecoming vibe is what?
365.
365. How y'all feeling today?
I'm excited for warmer weather. You know, I'm on the East Coast, so it feels like spring is becoming real. We had some cold days, but it feels real. Feels like it's going to be a better summer than last year, so I'm excited.
I'm good. You know, I'm on the West Coast, so it's 10 a.m. for me. So I'm slowly creeping my way into the life of the living. But other than that, I'm good. I'm ready for some warm weather too, like Tennille. So, yeah.
You're in LA.
It's always sunny in LA.
Yes, but it's been a little dreary. And we do have June gloom where it's like,
oh, that's a thing.
It's June is usually like a very dreary month here as far as weather is concerned.
Well, the pollen is high in Atlanta. People and cars are yellow because of the pollen. So just trying to take my Zyrtex and be chill.
Don't miss that. I don't miss that.
It's cool.
Yeah.
We got some friends with us today for brunch. Let's get into it.
Who we got?
Who we got coming to the stage? Chris Clarke, founder of Flatline Media and Entertainment. What's up, Chris? How you feeling?
Cheers, Chris.
Happy Sunday, all that.
Okay, cheers.
Happy Sunday. Yes. Come in, cheers, and I love it.
How you feeling?
I am good. It's a beautiful day, but like Taria said, that pollen got everybody looking like the Simpsons.
Not the Simpsons, but that's real.
Really.
All right. We got Dawn Brown, the brand marketing genius and creator of Eat, Pray, Hustle. That's what she's rocking right now. How you feeling, Dawn?
I'm good. I'm so happy to be here. Like, I don't do a lot of CAU stuff. I need to do better. So I'm just excited to see like us doing shit. Like, this is amazing.
We're happy to have you.
We're glad you're here with us.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Last but not least, Casey, also known as Icon. One of the top celebrity stylists. Your favorite celebrity has probably rocked one of his creations. How you feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling yellow like the pollen in Atlanta. As you can see, I'm following the trends. You know, everything stems from the South for me. So you know what it is.
Yes.
Atlanta. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to see all y'all faces and to feel like I'm in the calf again.
Yeah.
Casey told y'all to grab your Panther Paw cards. Did y'all grab your Panther Paw cards and meet us at brunch?
Yeah, y'all still got y'all?
I threw mine.
I still got mine. I still have mine.
I still have mine, and I carried my wallet too. Chris, why do you have so many?
Why do you have 3?
You know, people was trying to get swipes. That was a little hustle for a minute.
No. Were you charging people for swipes?
Some flex dollars on there? Oh, was I charging people for swipes? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can we
I was using mine to get student discount at the movies. And then somebody stole my wallet. So there goes that.
Wait a second.
I was definitely getting the discount tickets.
Did I know that? That you could get student discount in the movie?
I don't know. In the movie theater, they have student rates. So you could just flash your ID and they'll give you a rate.
Yeah.
I don't know that I took advantage of that. And now I regret it. So thank you. Now I regret it. Tennille, you know
what are y'all drinking? Tennille forgets this every week. What is everyone sipping on?
It's only the 3rd episode, so it's 3 times.
You know, I got me a little pollen mimosa.
Okay, little bean pollen.
I love that. That's the theme for today is Atlanta's pollen. Dom,
Yep.
you trying to pop your bottle right now, Dom?
Yeah, I like proper circumstance. I wanted to wait till it was official.
You
but
wanted the
Go
bubbles
away.
to be
We had to do
like
it
on
on air.
point.
On air.
That's right. Chris, what you
A
drinking?
live pour
I'm
from
doing
Dom.
it in true homecoming fashion right now. No mixer, just
Okay.
pour
Straight
it,
up.
pull me up.
Straight up.
Thugging it.
Hey.
Cheers, everyone. Well, we're gonna
Cheers.
let Dom do her pour.
Oh.
Let
Yeah,
her do her
let's
pour
wait for
together.
Dom.
Yeah. Cheers.
We saved it.
Bubbly.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers to this episode. Let's go.
Cheers.
Taria, kick us
Okay.
off. Or Brittany.
Okay, guys. I've been waiting to talk about these things with y'all, so I'm really excited.
Ooh.
So let's
Start
get to what's on the menu for today.
Okay.
All right. First thing first is, why do we as Black people,
Uh-oh.
like,
Shit.
like, how do y'all feel? And why do we as Black people, we're quick to, how do I phrase this? We're quick to say something is played out or something is, we did it. We're not doing that no more. Hence, something now, we've been in a pandemic. Tulum has been letting us in and people been doing Tulum real big. But now Black people are trying to cancel Tulum because we've been doing it. What? I can't quite wrap my head around that because, like, Tulum ain't changed. Tulum's still beautiful. You can still go. And are you now lame for going to Tulum because now it's been discovered and not that big of a deal? But, you know how we try to, like.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a thing of just like, I don't know. It's always been that. Like, I feel like with us, it's always been, if everybody got it or if everybody have access to it, I don't want it.
Exactly.
And I mean, for certain things, I understand that, but from a geographical standpoint, it doesn't make sense.
You can't just cancel a whole region.
Yeah.
And I see it
we
with
don't do
fashion
that
too.
no more. What?
Oh,
I see that in fashion too. Like,
well,
if
it makes sense in
becomes-
fashion. It makes sense in fashion.
Okay.
Really?
But if we start a trend, does that mean we did the trend too? As Black people?
I don't think we did it. I think we elevated and found ways to take it to another space and place. So
it's
that
like if I brought you in this world, I can take you out. Is that what you're saying? Like,
Wow.
pretty much.
Sounds that way.
Well, if I brought you in this world, I can modify it. I can modify you.
facts. Guide.
Well, I
Yeah.
think we also come from historically, we come from a place of not having or lack there. So once we have something and we put our stamp on it, and it's like, well, I had it first. It's like this, I hate to say it, like a crab in a barrel mentality, but it's like ingrained in us. Like, if I did it, then you can't do it because I did it first. Like, I don't know.
No,
So do you guys feel as though you kind of go along with that? Like, once you've seen somebody with something or like at a place a lot, or does it become played out for you? Do you want to go discover something different?
It depends on what it is for me. I still want to go to Tulum. I've never been. I don't have to go at peak season when everybody's there. Like, my ass will wait for two years and then reignite the Tulum craze. Like, that's something that I would do. But if it's something like that's tangible and like a community of people that I am like a part of, that a lot of people have it, I probably would do something else just because I want to be my own person. So if it's like an item, a pair of shoes, or I don't know, a car, or, I don't know, something tangible, then I'm probably going to do something a little bit different because that's just my personality.
But what's this fashion exception? Casey, you said the exception is fashion, though.
Well, here's my thing. Here's my thing with like Dom said, if it's something tangible, I'm all about taking it and showing you how to do it and or wear it another way. You know what I'm saying? Like one thing can be done. Like Clarke said, find a way to make one. So I'm all about showing you realms and avenues to take that constant thing that everyone has or that everyone is doing and apply it and rock it in a different manner.
So we don't have to consider it played out. Just try to remix it.
Yeah, be creative.
Yeah, I mean, I think cancel culture is just like something that is like super easy to do because of social media. So everybody's quick to like cancel culture. But I mean, in theory, like everybody can do everything and do it all differently. We're all individuals. So I don't really get caught up in what other people are doing. They need to be caught up in what I'm doing.
Hello.
Hey.
That's a
Clink,
word.
clink,
Yes.
It
clink,
is.
clink.
It's
Clink,
funny because
clink.
Dom, you take me to the next part of our discussion when it's cancel culture. And it's like, do people / artists have the space to create? And the first thing that comes to my mind, and I'm going to say this, is recently, I don't know if you guys have heard of the show Them.
Yeah.
On Amazon.
On Amazon. And Lena Waithe is an EP on that show. And Black Twitter went crazy on her because of that show. And they said it was triggering Black trauma and all of this stuff and wanted to cancel her for being the EP on the show. And I'm kind of over it with cancel culture because I feel like people who weigh in on things are like clueless about half of the stuff they're talking about anyway, but quick to cancel somebody. And especially when it comes to like creative space, like the creative space, like we're not, and Black people always, we're not a monolith. We're not all alike, but when you see something you don't like that's representing Black people, you all of a sudden want to cancel it and we're done. So I just would love to get y'all's thoughts on like cancel culture and creating things. And do you have the space to create what you want?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. I think I haven't watched all of them yet. I started the first episode and then I had to get it back into life, but I plan on finishing it. I understand both sides of this thing here. Like, I feel like from a film perspective, when it comes to Black directors and Black executive producers, most of the things that we've gotten in general and as of late has been connected to Black trauma. You see Queen and Slim connected to Black drama, them connected to Black drama, us connected to trauma. So it's like, I feel like people are like, okay, we get it. We get it. We were slaves. We've gone through all of this shit. Why can't we see a Black Sex in the City? Why can't we see a Black Devil Wears Prada? Why can't we see a Black, a good rom-com? I feel like everything we've gotten as of late has been like, all right, I have to tell this story and I have to tell it like this. A different way of being creative, but it's deeply rooted in trauma. So I get why people, I don't, definitely not canceling her because I think the creativity in them, even in the first episode, was dope. Like, I was shook.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like, whoa, like, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's a thing of us just trying to like really show and showcase on a main spectrum. You're like, all right, y'all see what y'all did to us. Now y'all got to watch it.
I think too, like, you can't encourage somebody to be a creative and then tell them how to create.
There we
Like,
go.
I don't get that. Like, here's the thing: there's something for everybody. So if that's not for you, then watch something else.
Turn it off.
Yeah, I mean, like, I just don't understand why people get so caught up in like what other people are doing, because if that is not for you, then there is something in the space that is for you. And if there isn't, then you can create whatever it is that you want. So you can't allow somebody the opportunity to be creative and then tell them how to create. Like,
But see, that's the thing, Dom. Before people get to doing that, they gotta state their opinion. They gotta put it out there that they don't fuck with it. They gotta put it out.
Or do they?
But that's what I'm saying. They don't, but they do, and that's why cancel culture. I don't know.
Everybody feels like they have the platform to do it because social media, whether you have 40 followers, you feel like someone's listening. And hey, I gotta just shout this out from the mountaintops. But just like Dom said, you curate what you consume. So when people get on Instagram and they like, oh, everything is just bringing my mood down, these are the things that you chose to follow. So you choosing to consume this. But I say if you're a creator or artist, do so unapologetically. If people don't like it, skip.
Yeah. Oh, Lindsay, that's a good one. Yeah, that go quality romance film like The Photograph. People
still hated it. They said it wasn't enough drama. It wasn't enough trauma.
I didn't need that. I didn't need that. And so I'm really over the people in social media with all their opinions. Like, I get it. You have your platform. You want to talk to your 40 followers, like Chris said. Like, but like, do we really need all of the, like, do you have to always say that you don't like something? Do you have to be vocal about it?
No, you don't.
We don't
because sometimes, like, if you don't like something, you just don't like it, and then you move on to something else. I ordered the Sister Soldier book. it was trash, but because it's a black woman, I would never write a bad review. I told my friends not to buy it. I was like, here, you could borrow mine. Like, please don't spend your money on this. But as a black woman, I cannot go to the comments and post about another black woman's creativity being trash. Internally, I'll tell y'all it's trash, but like, I just...
Externally too.
Well, I mean, I was just using that as an example for this, but like, I would have told y'all that in private. Like, look, you can borrow mine, don't pay for it. But I would never publicly go in front of a crowd of people and say, don't support this person. Because do you know how much courage it takes to push our ideas into the world? Do you know how much like people have negative self-talk because other people make them feel like they have to be in a box when they create? Like, I don't live that way. I don't understand it. I can't relate to it. I don't get it. So I can't do that personally.
And then also, the more we bash Black content, especially when it comes to TV and film, the less we will get. We have to support it. You have to show up for it. You have to support it. If you don't like it, move on. That's fine. That's fine.
Or you don't have to support it.
You don't.
If it's not for you, it's not for you.
You don't. But I'm just saying, like you said, you don't we don't always need to rush to the forefront to bash something publicly, because you never know, that comment can take off and and hurt the next opportunity. So, let's just make space for us all to create and exist. Since we're not a monolith and we're not all alike, some people like something, some people like the other, and that's okay. That's okay.
Right.
I think constructive criticism is okay, but I mean, there's just a fine line. Like, I agree with Dom, like, just some things you don't have to publicly say, move on. But then I do, like I said, I like reading fair reviews, about something. And I'm not saying we got to agree, but sometimes like people tweet things where I'm like, you don't understand what you just watched, because that's not what happened. So for example, I saw a lot of critiques of Tina Turner's documentary, and most of them bothered me because I'm like, she made that quote in 1981. That's not what she's saying currently right now. Like, you misunderstood maybe one of the edits, but the stuff goes viral. Like another viral tweet, we were talking about this in one of our planning meetings. Someone tweeted, Issa Rae is the only one creating positive content. And it went viral. And literally someone like retweeted them and like listed 20 shows out right now. Like, you missed all of these shows that's out right now that's positive, in addition to Insecure. No knock against Issa, but why are you making this blanket statement? Like, I don't know. Like you guys said,
a lot of people are uninformed. You gotta think most of the time when people speak, they speaking from one perspective. It's very one-dimensional, and it's not rooted in truth or fact. A lot of people speak from opinion.
Just to be malicious.
Yeah, like, people sometimes just want to hear themselves talk. They don't even know what they're saying. Like, did you hear what you just said? Like, that don't even make sense, So I don't know. Social media has taught me you take all of this stuff with a grain of salt. It is what it is. You want it or you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a little matter of fact. I don't have time for that.
We know.
That's why you're here. We wanted that. We wanted that. We wanted that.
Yeah, lucky I didn't get to eat my vegetables this morning. I would have been a whole nother person.
Okay. Should we have let her eat her vegetables?
No.
Okay. Shifting gears just a little bit. Something I was also excited with talking to you guys specifically about is defining success, because you all are pretty successful from my eyes. And from my eyes. So how do you define success in what you're doing right now, and have you made it?
Come on, Casey. Niggas made it. Go on, Casey.
Icon.
Well, I define success as not having my future reflect my past. So
wow. T-shirt.
That's
good.
Clink.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
That does deserve. Thank you, Chris. That does. Yeah. Okay.
I come from Birmingham, Alabama, where there's very limited resources when it comes to anything creative. It's a very traditional city, very sports, if not sports, medicine, if not medicine, law. and I chose neither. So, and I chose it early on too. So I was growing up knowing that I did not want to do neither of those things. And creativity has always, and art and editorial has always been at the forefront of my mind. So success to me is being able to like wake up, and I've started over the pandemic. I started having these moments where I'm like, yo, you look around. Sometimes I'll sit in my living room and I'll look around and I see success because I was blessed with all of this doing what I love to do. And there's no other way to look at it. You know what I'm saying? It could be so much worse. I was getting off the exit last night coming home, and I was texting my homeboy Vance, who's another stylist. And I just texted him and I was like, yo, this could be so much worse. Like I could be waking up, going to somebody's job. I could be stuck in traffic every other day. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I should be offended or celebrate or
I too
how
wake
am I
up.
supposed to feel about
He's
that?
defining it for himself.
I'm just talking. You know, I had to come through and say a little song.
Devil's advocate, Dom. But no, that's just how I look at it. You know, so it hasn't always been easy. It's taken a lot. It's still hard. But I'm just extremely grateful to be able to do what I love and sustain from it. So that's how I see success, and that's how I view it for myself.
Love it.
Amen to that.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, Dom.
No, I think the same thing. Really, in a nutshell, just being able to live on your own terms and you call the shots of what's going on in your life. But yeah, I think I realized early on, like in what I was doing in my entrepreneurial like journey, is not really just about the finances, like the relationships that you can build and just the quality of life. Like when you're really leading with love and helping people. And I think kind of just tying back into what we were just talking about, when you're always in somebody else's mix, just trying to stir up BS, it never pays off well for you in the end. So, I mean, I think just waking up every day, like really trying to lead with love and, you know, connect with people, I feel successful doing that.
Nice.
Yeah. I think I would definitely say it's crazy because people ask all the time, how do you define success? And I don't know, but I think for the first time, I'm at peace. So I think that's success for me across the board. I do work a corporate job, but I also have a business and I'm doing a lot of purpose-driven work. So for me, like doing purpose-driven work, being able to comfortably afford my lifestyle and pay my bills and being at peace with the people in my space, the people's space that I occupy, wanting to meet new people, like I feel like that's success. And I feel like, I don't know, as I grow and develop, I'm sure it'll evolve and change. But I think the biggest thing is just being at peace with like my life as a whole, just being cool with how God has blessed me.
Have you made it?
That's it.
Have you made it, guys?
Yeah, I got peace. You know how many niggas
you made
spend
it.
their lives trying to get peace?
Peace. Yeah.
You're right. Dom, that peace part, you made it.
Yeah, you know, people die trying to find themselves and trying to like find peace and be grateful and hopeful. Like some people take that to their grave. Like so to be able to live and walk with that, like I'm cool.
There you go.
That's awesome.
That's it, Britt.
With that, as you become more successful, how do you define humility? Is it a part of your life? Is it important? Do you care with where you are right now?
I mean, I piggybacking off of what Chris just said, leading with love. Humility for me is making sure who you're walking next to and who's around you is good. That's humility to me. Getting to, you know what I'm saying? We everything that we're doing requires someone else. So you'll never get to you'll never reach your destiny alone. Everything that we are going after, that we desire to do in life, it's going to require the help, the attention, the energy of someone else. So that's why I find it very important to treat everyone around you, whoever you're working with, who's working next to you, underneath you, on top of you, whatever the case may be, treat everybody with love, lead with love. That's humility to me. Like straight up.
Yeah.
Good philanthropist.
I would say too, like I forgot what the quote was, but Nipsey said it like the biggest human act is to inspire or something like that. Like for me, like I definitely feel that like the things that I do inside the building and outside the building, like my personal life and my career, is just to inspire other people and to show them like despite circumstances, like you could do whatever it is that you want to do. Because I didn't come from like the prettiest set of circumstances, you know. I dealt with a lot of trauma. So I would say humility for me is just one, being an open book and sharing my story and allow people to see like you could come from the hood and still get corporate jobs. You could come from the hood and still start successful businesses. You could come from the hood and graduate college. I'm the first girl in my family to get a college degree. You know what I mean? So like things like that, like that's what I find as being, I guess, or humility. It's just leading the way and inspiring people to do more than what they can see.
I think echoing what y'all said, like I think sometimes you have to take a step back and look at your journey and realize, like, I know the self-made title likes to be thrown out a lot, but like some people help, like you're standing on the shoulders of some people who made sacrifices before you. And just kind of like what Dom is saying about the transparency, like one of the only things that you can give away endlessly but never lose is your knowledge. So like I can, if you need some game, like I'll put you up on it. It costs me nothing. So in whatever capacity that I'm able to give, I try to do that and find those moments where I can add value to somebody's project, somebody's life, whatever, even if it just takes 5 minutes.
Well, come through with the inspirational messages.
Hello? I know.
I wasn't expecting all this. I know that's right.
I wish we worked for the same company.
Maybe we need to start one. Shit.
Hello?
Fuck,
I mean, what y'all trying to do? Y'all ain't saying nothing but a thing. We got resources. What y'all trying to do?
Hello. That was a word. Thank y'all. I mean, that was a word. The funny thing is, when we were discussing this topic, like I went too far with humility at one point, where it was just like, girl, embrace the success. Embrace how you've grown, embrace how far you've come. Like, don't be so humble that you like
shrink yourself.
That's what I was doing. And I was like, this is uncomfortable, it's whack, and it doesn't feed my soul. So how can I'm gonna be honest, I'm crawling out of that because I had become way too humble.
Okay, so to that point, I have a question for everybody. My question is at what point did you say like, nah, I've earned this? Because I think I suffered from, what is it called? Imposter syndrome, where I'm in these rooms, in these meetings at these big tech companies. And I'm like, damn, what my little black self doing over here, talking like this, wearing these braids, doing all of this. And I had to remember, like, you earned it. Like they didn't just give you a job, you earned it. And they want your opinion. So I had to like walk in that. And at first I wasn't comfortable. So I'm just curious, like, I'm sure we've all had that moment where you're in rooms that you feel like maybe you don't deserve to be in, or you can't even fathom how you got here. And like, how do you, I guess, negate that negative self-talk and really take up the space that you should occupy?
It's an everyday thing for me.
Right.
It's an everyday thing for me. And it's a conscious effort to work against that, to do the work to work against that. And the self-talk. That is so important. I don't think people realize the way you talk to yourself is so important. And the things you say to yourself reflect on the outside. So I'm working through imposter syndrome every day.
Yeah, I think it's a mental exercise. Like she's saying, you have to train your brain and your mind to remind yourself that you belong in these rooms, you belong in these spaces, but also having cheerleaders and advocates that you can tap on the shoulder in that minute where you feel like you're not supposed to be there, and they can remind you, like, straight up, like, get out of your own way. You are supposed to be here.
You know, one thing for me, I'm sorry. I was just going to say quickly, one thing for me, and I'm still working through it too. Like sometimes after a meeting, I hit up a coworker, like, did I make sense? Because everyone in the meetings is just, and I feel like I just dropped a bomb idea. Like it's just blank stares in the screen. So I do, I'm working through that too. But one thing that's been helpful for me is like look around you, like you guys. Oh, I have so many friends who are like successful, who are doing great things, and not using my friends as therapists, but just like getting advice from friends about certain professional settings have been helpful. I think in the past, I've looked for, where's my mentor? Or where's this person? It's like, girl, look around you. The person next to you can give you some good advice too on on how you should handle a certain situation. Like I said, not putting all my burdens on friends, but just like, yo, this was said to me in a meeting. Am I tripping or
the tribe is helpful? The tribe is helpful.
Yeah, the tribe.
Well, a lot of people, to your point, because you were looking for a mentor, a lot of people think that they have to network up, but networking laterally is probably the most effective thing that you can do. And I even say networking, not down, but to the people who are coming up. First of all, this generation that's coming behind us got a set of tools and skill sets that we're not going to have because they're internet kids. They're already going to be a step ahead of the curve. The second piece to that is like homies helping homies win is like the best thing. Like I have friends at work that I'm like, yo, like what happened? Or is this person really just like this? Or da-da-da-da-da. And they help you kind of get through those situations, or maybe somebody else you can talk to help navigate or really understand that person's psyche. So you can like, well, I want my idea to permeate. Like, I want them to get it and believe me. So I always recommend just lateral networking with people who are on the same level as you, or the people who are coming up behind you, because those are the next generation of leaders. And those are the people that's going to have the skill set to help us get further.
Let me ask y'all this. We all went to Clarke, Atlanta. We all had to find a way or make one. Are you all networking across with the people that you graduated with or graduated under you? Like, are you using those networks as well?
For the most part, I try to keep in contact with all of the people that I connected with, like, the Project X stuff that we started in college, the fashion stuff.
Yes.
Like, that.
Yes.
So all of the people.
Jeremy gave me a break, my big break.
Me too, Dom. I walked in a fashion show.
So Jeremy, Lauren, all of those people who I started it with, we are still niggas today. Like,
y'all are killing it too.
Yeah.
I saw Jeremy the other day.
Yeah, we all like, so I keep in contact. I we was trying to organize before COVID hit. We was trying to organize like a reunion situation for homecoming.
Oh, that would be cute.
Yeah, but yeah, we still.
You can do it this year. Homecoming happening. We need a Project X show.
I know, but we don't know the restrictions yet.
Yeah, we gonna make our own restrictions. Don't worry. Atlanta open.
It's been open.
Oh, yeah.
Chris gonna get us a venue.
we gonna put
Lauren
it together
and me gonna help you produce. Tennille gonna production.
Yeah.
Some talent.
Models on deck. I got you.
Casey gonna get the fashions. There go the show.
There go the show.
Boom.
I got it. You guys, let me tell you, this convo. Cheers to this conversation and this inspiration.
Cheers.
All right. Okay, Tennille, we got a little. We're moving on to a little. Throwback too.
So I think what's exciting news this year is there's going to be in-person graduation ceremonies, and it looks like most schools. Yeah, like two, where class of 2020 will get their graduation ceremony, and including along with class of 2021. So what happens before graduation? Senior week. And so I don't even know, do they still do senior week with all the parties or,
they do.
Leading up to graduation?
I was about to say, Chris, is that a thing still?
No, I just saw, so one of my partners that I do like the homecoming events with, his one of his audiences is doing senior week, and I just saw them drop some flyers for the whole week. I think they themed it like verses because they have two classes that they're kind of trying to allow to celebrate.
Cute.
So like the black and white party, I think one class is gonna be in black, one class is gonna be in white.
It's gonna be in white.
So
that's cute.
People put together like some dope concepts.
Ooh, that black and white party, Lord.
The youth is so creative.
They are.
The youth are so creative.
The youth. They are.
The youth, like you ain't it.
I'm 30. I'm about to be 33. That is not youth.
Oh, girl, that is you.
We are adults.
Girl,
I know, but we not 19, 20, 21 graduating.
You can't compare to that.
I still feel like it though. I literally still feel like I'm in college.
And we still look it, honestly, y'all.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Do y'all have any senior week memories?
That you can talk about again. That you can talk about.
Senior week memories.
Senior week. Does it have to be exclusive to senior week?
Well, I mean,
just that final stretch.
Yeah, that final stretch.
I think I was going through that week. Like, I hope after I do all of this partying, that my clearance and everything is still good.
Wait, so
that's what
we find out. We don't find out until after.
Well, I had some things in limbo at the time. Cool. So I was like getting final word, like right up until the last mark.
Okay,
that's fact. That happened to me too, though. But it was my counselors, it was his fault. Basically, he forgot to tell me I needed to take one class, so I was like one class short. But I went to get advised at the top of the year, like we supposed to do when you apply for graduation. My mama had to come up to that school from California, and we went to every office and tore that shit up until I got my paper signed to graduate, because it was Mr. Hickey's fault. It wasn't my fault, and he had to write a letter and everything.
Call him out.
Right.
Well, because you work so hard, you spend so much money, your family is preparing to come to your graduation, and you gonna mess up my graduation by one class because I had time to take the class. So my mom was like big mad and came to Atlanta and lit that motherfucker on fire.
Ooh,
As she should
have. It was that's what's up. Well, guys, this was bomb, and we're gonna, right before we break for something a little different, we're gonna do a little toast in our all black everything section. And this month's toast is as basic as they come, but really exciting. We're gonna toast to Morris Brown getting their accreditation back.
Woo! Yeah.
I don't know. Hello. I mean, I don't know. I think on this, I'm pretty sure on this whole thing, Taria is the only one who got to experience them being a part of the AUC. None of us.
I had 1 year.
Okay. Tennille, you had, because look, they had their accreditation taken in 2002. So almost 20 years, and they're getting it back. So we're going to cheers to Morris Brown and a new, the AUC can be complete again.
The AUC is complete.
Come on, I love it. Cheers to Morris Brown getting their accreditation back.
Cheers for everybody black. I'm rooting for everybody black.
Everybody black. Cheers to that too. All right, Tennille.
Well, you guys head to the green room for a bit. You're gonna come back later. And Taria, take it away.
Yes. So this is the next part of the show where we get to interview a very, very special guest. And this time it is Dallas Martin. He is the president of Asylum Records and EVP of A&R at Atlantic Records. So y'all might have seen Dallas running on the strip when he was a little youngster. But he is a longtime music executive that has combined his hustle, grit, and grind to climb the ranks and navigate the careers of some of the biggest artists. Roddy Ricch, Meek Mill, the late Nipsey Hussle, Wale, Rick Ross. I mean, I could go on, but I'm not. So welcome, Dallas.
How y'all doing?
Welcome, Dallas.
Thanks for having me. I was feeling a little left out.
Well, don't worry.
Don't
worry. You here now, and we're gonna get this party started a little separate, and then we'll bring everybody back together.
Cheers
to Dallas.
Yes, cheers. So listen, we asked the panelists, I don't know if you heard this, but we asked them, how do they define success? How do they define
success? For me now, it's like just being able to provide and take care of my family. And, just give my kids opportunities that I never would have growing up. That's pretty much it for me.
I mean, that's good. Like, as you have become more successful and you continue to get all these accolades, like we see the plaques behind you, what does humility mean?
Okay, come on.
Okay, flex.
I love it. Okay. I love it.
I ain't gonna do it like that. You said what's humility?
Yes.
I think humility is just, just to, maintain just your humbleness and just being true to who you are. I don't think nothing could ever change me or make me act different to people that I came up with, and just kind of having the same core of people around you, and being able to take criticism from your friends and things like that, just not getting too big for everybody. I think that's
Oh
important.
wow, I think that's a big one. Taking criticism from friends.
Yeah,
People
for
you
sure.
trust. People you trust.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. I don't want no yes men around me. I want people if I'm, wilding out or, what I'm saying, I'm just doing stuff that isn't, consistent with my character. I want someone to call me out on it.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
what's up.
What is okay? We mentioned you going to CAU. We're celebrating our successes and all of that. But what is one thing that someone told you before going to Clarke, Atlanta?
I think the main thing was, you're gonna hear a lot of no's before you hear a yes. And kind of, I think my biggest thing when I came to Clarke, it was like my whole intention was to get into the music business. So what a lot of people don't know is that I didn't get an internship. It took me 4 years to get an internship. So I was literally like in the space where I thought I was never going to be able to, accomplish any of my dreams and stuff. So, I fought and I just stayed consistent with with me chasing my dream.
So Dallas, you knew coming into, you knew exactly what you wanted to do when you
Yeah, I
got to
know what I
school?
wanted to do in high school. Yeah, I always been a music head, and I know I wasn't going to the NBA. So, so I was
Well,
like,
at
let me
least you
focus
were
on that.
honest.
Yeah. But the main reason for me to come to Atlanta was to get into the music business because I'm from Flint, Michigan. I'm from a small city. It's not really a lot of opportunities for music. And I know if I went to like school in Michigan, it would put me back 4 years. And I wanted to get kind of a head start and like being able to get inside the game.
How did you keep yourself motivated? I mean, you said it took you 4 years to get an internship. I'm sure there were times where you were frustrated and wanted to try to pivot, but you knew deep down you wanted music. How did you stay motivated?
My friends, I had, I went to school. Well, my freshman year I was in the Brawley campus, so I was meeting a lot of even talented producers at the time too. So, just like when you connect with creatives and music conversations, you kind of just know like this is the space where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? And I think that I'm supposed to be here. And I just always had the confidence in myself to believe in myself, and I just knew that I was good at it. I just knew it in my heart.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you're in a dual role as president of Asylum and EVP and of A&R at Atlantic. What's the favorite part of your job?
The best part is getting to work with new up and coming artists and developing them, and it's crazy too because like I got into such a space in the music world. It was like kind of championship or bust for me. So like if my project wasn't nominated for a Grammy or my song didn't go to #1, like the stakes were always so high. So it's dope about working with the younger artists. I got that feeling again of like just having your song on the radio for the first time. You performing in front of your fans for the first time. The first time somebody noticed you on the street, like those artists, like they like those green moments that you really can never get back once they become superstars. So it made me just like appreciate the game and just love it even more again.
Well, with these artists, like what are you listening for? Like how can you determine I'm not in the music business, I'm in sports. So like how can you determine that an artist has that thing?
I think it comes with experience, and I think it comes with like my biggest thing is like when music starts to sound like too much of the same thing, I'm really big on signing something that's totally different from the norm. So I've never really been into gimmicks or things like that. So I'm super big on just like discovering an artist I think is just super talented, but they might need 2 or 3 things that's gonna help them take them to the next level. So, just all those things. It's just every artist is different. You will just feel it. Like when you're an artist and they're making music and shit, and they have they have a point of view and they have a vision for where they want to go in their career. and you know they actually have a real substance and message in their songs, you will feel it.
All right, so when I'm listening to artists now, I'm gonna be like, I know they got it.
Sure. Taria's gonna be the one to get them all. You better call Dallas, girl. Be like, do they have it? Do they have it? Oh, we got a question from the audience. Hold on. Lindsay says, how do you manage both roles and your family life? That's a lot to juggle.
You know, I try my best to. The quarantine has definitely helped a lot because I think I spend more time at home during the day than ever. I usually go to the studio every night, but I'm at home during the day. So when I leave for the studio, like my son is pretty much about to go to sleep. So that's been helping out a lot. It was tough in the beginning because I really thought my son knew me, man, until I started spending more time at home. And you could just tell the difference from our just connection from me being home on a daily basis to, you know, me being in the office every day in the studio at night and just spending time on the weekends. Like, I just think our connection is different. So I think like the quarantine was a blessing. So moving forward, I think I would be able to, you know, spend more time at home, do more of my calls and Zooms and meetings that I don't really have to go to the office for. I think I've learned how to kind of adjust my lifestyle to fit my family standards better.
That's good.
You know, Dallas, you told us about, you know, taking 4 years to even get an internship, but like once you had your foot in the music industry, and this is advice maybe for people in other fields too, how do you pivot to get to the C-suite? You've made it inside, but how do you make that pivot to take it another step higher?
I think my biggest thing was, you know, we heard this a lot of business, man, and just always being an asset to, you know, the people around you. So my biggest thing when I was coming up, it was like I wanted my boss to know that I was down to work harder than they are. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, me coming up and now having a staff, and I want to be able to have people I count on and that I could trust and that are consistent and motivated. And I think when I was coming up, my biggest thing was just to you know, be there, be available, and just always be bringing things to the table, man. And it's like, you know, a lot of people want instant gratification these days. You know what I'm saying? I was content with really just putting in the work, learning, and not skipping any steps, and you know, just, you know, kind of making sure that you know, when I did get the position, I was ready and I was qualified for it.
How important, and Dom touched on this about mentors and, you know, kind of networking across, but how important a role did mentors play in your rise in the music game?
Oh, it was game changing for me, for like, you know, for me to be able to learn from Shakir before he passed away was it was big on just like kind of just like understanding the game. He trained my ear very well. You know, he gave me a lot of the keys that I needed to be successful. And you know, like a lot of music business is really big with just on relationships. So he just really, you know, showed me how to nurture my relationships. And you know, artists are very sensitive people, man. So you have to really know how to talk to your artists, and just really just be there for your artists. And you gotta, what's that thing? You gotta over deliver. And what's the
is it under promise over?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I love y'all, Clarke Atlanta. Look, that's our Clarke Atlanta. Yeah. That one.
That one.
Yeah.
That part.
That one.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
But yes.
Cool. Dallas, what's one thing that you got from CAU that you still use today, like skill wise? Like,
I think it's really like hustle, man. Like I feel like everybody that went to Clarke, everybody was good at building relationships and hustling, right? Because like everybody, you got a lot of entrepreneurs, you had a lot of people that were in creative spaces. And you know what people don't really realize, Clarke Atlanta has a lot of big music people that graduate from their school, man. So I think you know, just being able to, you know, see people accomplish their dreams from being at Clarke, and you know, start from parties or DJing, or you know, artists started there too. So it's just like I just think our community was dope. I think the hustle spirit was dope. And you know, I just, you know, a lot of relationships I built at Clarke, you know, I still have to this day. Like, they're super, super crazy.
Okay, last question. We asked everyone else this, so we can't leave you out. In honor of TBT Throwback 2, what is a senior week memory for you? One that's safe to say, of course.
Oh, senior week memory. Wow. Well, you know, I used to throw parties and shit, so I got a lot of good senior week party stories, but I think it was kind of more so just, you know, just everybody coming out and supporting us, man. Like, you know, because Morehouse and Spelman was very big on the yard, and I remember you know, we get one of the parties for senior week because they normally didn't give it to Clarke people, and that was just an accomplishment and an honor in itself. And you know, everybody came and showed out. And I just think the love and support from everybody, man, was big for me at the time too. Because you know, with us throwing parties and we you know, going up against the Morehouse and Spelman, you know, our parties weren't always known as being, you know, the flyest. But I think that you know, when we all came together and supported each other, we gave everybody a run for their money.
What was the name of it? What was the name, Dallas?
Blueprint.
Yeah. Remember that.
I beg to differ. Our parties be bomb.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Anyway,
cheers to that.
Exactly. Cheers to that.
Well, Dallas, thank you for being a guest on Alumni Brunch Club. We are super proud of you. We are glad to support you as a CAU alum. You keep striving, keep grinding, and you know, keep rocking with us, and we'll keep rocking with you.
No, I appreciate y'all for having me. I love what y'all doing for the school. I love that y'all putting a spotlight on a lot of the people that came out from there. So, you know, the pleasure is mine.
Perfect. It's time
so
for
I'm
the
good.
let out.
So I'm good.
No, you gotta stay for the let out. It's time for the let out, Dallas.
Okay.
Don't go nowhere.
I'm new to the show, baby.
Whoa.
Here we go. It's time for the let out. Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome.
Thank you guys for being here. Okay. Today's show was really dope. Like, y'all dropped a lot of gems, and I'm really excited. What's next? What's next on your plate for everybody? And we can just go, whoever can want to jump in first. Tell us what you got going on. How can our followers follow you and get all the updates on what you're doing?
I think in the spirit of, you know, the Alumni Brunch Club, we just got the dates for homecoming.
Come on.
This year.
Liddy.
So October 9th, and you know, with my group, we really getting ready to try to put together an epic weekend for alumni as far as, you know, the CAU Legends event series, like that whole weekend. So that's what I'm getting excited about right now.
Because that'll be here before you know it. Chris, how can we follow you and stay up to date on everything you got going on?
My social media, Caesar Clarke. And then, of course, you know, just to be in line with everything and all things CAU, the CAU Legends page on IG.
All right.
Liddy.
Who else? What's next on your plate?
So I'm dropping my third capsule collection, top of the summer.
Let's go.
And
come on.
I am also working on a all-female album with Live Nation that's coming in the fall. So
what?
Okay.
So it's new. It's new for me. I mean, I've always loved music, but this will be my first time like being like hands-on involved in the production of that. So I'm excited about it.
That's cool.
Nice.
And how can we follow you? Icon.
I'm Icon Tips on everything. Venmo, PayPal.
Wait a minute.
I'm just fucking with y'all. But yeah,
that's a good one. Drop those Venmo.
You dropping our PayPal?
Whoa.
I'll be sure to drop mine next year.
Listen.
Does you have a PayPal too?
No, but we need one.
We need one. Yeah.
We need one for Alumni Brunch Club.
Y'all should. Y'all do.
We do. Dom, what's next on your plate?
What's next on my plate is really just taking Eat, Pray, Hustle to the next level. So I started a wellness concept store online, and it's doing really well.
Oh,
so
Brittany had some.
Yes.
I
created, thank you so much, my own drop my phone, manifestation deck where it has 44 affirmations, handwritten art, a cool little book. I have sweatshirts, journals, all these amazing things. So yeah, I'm really excited about just growing the business. It's doing better than I could have ever fathomed as a passion project. And yeah, I got a new role, so I'm excited to get into my new role. And
congratulations!
Congratulations!
Thank you.
Congratulations, y'all! I love this, Dom. Like I talk about this for anybody who will listen. Like I wake up and I do my devotional. I pull my card from the deck. Like it really is. This is a really great deck that I love.
What's going on?
Thank you. Yeah, you know what happened. So for me, eat, pray, hustle means like I think these are your 3 most important relationships in your life. So eat is your relationship with yourself. You are what you eat. You are what you consume. Pray is your relationship to God or whatever you believe in. It's your moral compass. And the hustle is your relationship to the world. That's how other people get to experience you. So I wanted to just hone in and like focus during quarantine. I was like having a lot of feelings and emotions, and just writing affirmations, writing a card, journaling, just really going in to come out helped me a lot. And I just wanted to be creative and share it. And shit took off on its own, and it's like doing its own thing. And I'm just so grateful. So thank you guys.
I just followed it. The page looks really good too.
It is.
Thank you.
Get you into it today. Get you a deck. Like it's so funny. For a week, I pulled the same card 3 days in a row.
Because God's trying to tell you something.
Hello? It was in the pray section. I'm mad that I don't remember which word it was. But like it was like, oh, okay. I hear you. Yeah. Get it together. So yeah.
It's just a little, nod of inspiration. And sometimes you just need those gentle reminders to just get up and trek forward and continue on your path and stay inspired. So please join us. Shop, Eat, Pray, Hustle on everything. The website is Shop, Eat, Pray, Hustle. You ain't even gotta follow me. Don't worry about me. Follow Eat, Pray, Hustle.
Dallas.
Anyway.
I don't. I'm tired of Instagram, but I work it. I mean,
wait, whoa.
I love Instagram.
Do we need to drop Dom out? We need to drop it. No, we're trying to help you, girl.
Dallas,
what's next on your plate?
Man, so I'm excited. Like this year, I think I'm gonna do a lot of R&B shit. So I've been doing a lot of hip hop in the past, but I got this artist named J Loud. I think I got like the next Chris Brown.
Oh,
so,
okay.
But he don't dance though. But,
what about the other dude? I really like him too. The one from Compton. He's good.
Jason Cash. He's from Carson, but yeah, he's crazy too. Then Jakai. You like Jakai? Dom came to listen to some music. Yeah, so I got a lot of new artists. I'm building my company up, so like a lot of my music's dropping in the summer with all my new acts. So I'm super excited. But
perfect.
I'm excited to get back in the R&B space.
That's lit. We need it. Shit.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Do you have any female acts?
Yeah, this girl I just signed from Houston. Her name Ken the Man.
Oh, is she an R&B or a rap?
She rap. She hard too.
Nice.
Houston got all the female rappers.
They do.
Yeah, she's solid.
Yeah.
Lindsay, our comments correspondent. What's going on?
I just want to say, so y'all started talking about Panther Paw cards, and I literally just saw it like a week ago, and now I couldn't find it, but I found my
Georgia.
Your Georgia.
Well, that's good enough.
It's fake.
Yes, this is a fake ID. I don't know.
Oh,
girl, put that down. Put that down.
What are you doing? You got that downtown, right? You got that downtown.
Oh yeah, there was
disclose the location of where I got it from.
Yeah.
There was a place that you could go to get the ID.
I got mine. Mine was Mississippi.
Wait. Trip Dallas, I have to tell them the story. Dallas took me to my first 21 and over party. I was like 17 or 18 at Madison Grill.
That always sounds bad when you say it like that. I was 20. That sounds horrible. And you were a freshman in college. You were a freshman in college, and I was a senior.
Sound like Dallas picked you up in a white van.
Yeah.
I don't remember what car it was, but I remember him and Vincent pulled up outside of Ware Hall, and me and Azila came downstairs, and we got in the car. We went to Madison Grill, and I just remember sitting at the bar, like looking at the crowd, like, wow, I'm really in college. They're really 21. Like, this is happening.
So what's crazy about that story is the girl Nazila is the one that changed my life. She introduced me to her uncle, Shakir Stewart.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where's
That's
she?
why I have been friends for so long.
And that was because she enjoyed my party so much. And Shakira was like, "Who's the kids on campus throwing parties? I need some good interns in here." And she had me come.
That's
awesome.
That's it.
I love
Yeah,
that.
that happened. Me too.
I love that.
So thank you, Dom.
Thank you. You know, you turned me out.
Wait.
In the club.
I got kids.
Yeah, but like, you know, that was my first little taste of real Atlanta, not college Atlanta, like off campus Atlanta.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is fun.
Dom, I just made my order.
Oh, thank you. I'll ship it out on Monday.
Everybody else make your order.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my order in today
I'm
too.
definitely gonna support everybody.
Yeah, me too.
Thank
y'all. I'm so this show was so bomb because of all y'all, and it was so dope. And I'm so thankful that you guys came through the brunch and kicked it with us for a second. It's been so great. And just to close us out, thank you. And I'm just asking everybody out there one question: have you donated to your school today? Have you donated to CAU? Because you know that's what it's all about. We're trying to, enhance and embrace where we came from and what helped to mold us to who all these dope people who are these faces you're seeing. CAU had a part in that. So, if you went to CAU or any other HBCU or any other college, donate to your school.
Yes,
if you can. All right.
Let's do one more cheers before we go.
And for everyone watching, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page.
Yes.
Hit subscribe.
If you're here,
tell
everybody to come back. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, Panthers.
Yes.
Cheers. Proud of all y'all.
This is time. Thank you.
Thank you.
We did it. Y'all definitely need to know.